What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of WWE content. And last night was AAA. I think AAA has done better than ever thus far in the past few months, leading up to, of course, their main attraction, Triple Mania, coming this September. Last night, I mean, it was incredible. Like, it was literally incredible from start to finish. From the first match to the last match to the crazy promos, the crazy backstage confrontation, which with of course a Grande Americano and Rey Mysterio with the AAA Mega Champion Dominic Mysterio. I mean, it was just incredible. Like, ever since I saw Worlds Collide for the first time, I just saw I'm gonna say I saw greatness. I saw greatness in front of my very own eyes. I mean, these luchadors are like freaking superheroes to me. They're like superheroes. Like the awesome masks, the crazy moves that they do, the crazy ringer that they have on. It's just freaking incredible. And with Rey Mysterio, a legend in AAA, a legend WCW, a legend WWE, a legend ECW, a WWE Hall of Famer, and a former world champion is now the general manager of AAA. It couldn't get any better than this. So last night, already, first match, number one contender for the Latin American Championship with Dragon Lee versus Mini Vikingo versus Jack Cartwheel. These three guys literally the first few minutes, they tore the house down. Like, from start to finish, the crazy moves, the crazy twist and turn of events. Dragon Lee paying tribute to the Hall of Famer himself, AJ Styles, with the Styles Clash. And then by the end, Mini Vikingo takes the win, and he is now the number one contender to fight Ray Phoenix for the for the Cruiserweight Championship. Then, we get backstage confrontation. Of course, Duridam is Duridam. He confronts his father for what's happening thus far with Pedro Mal, literally squashing everybody that gets in their way. And then, of course, what surprised me actually was how he and Grande Americano had that little beef or whatever back then. But then he's like, if they come after you, I got your back, because since they're on our territory, and they are destroying everybody, this is not right. So we gotta fix this. So I'm like, whoa, okay, whoa, what the? I mean, I thought you were a bad guy, bro. Aren't you a bad guy? Don't you hate a Grande Americano for what he's done to you? Like, why are you sticking up for this guy? And then what made me laugh was how a Grande Americano said, "You're gonna stick up for me, huh? You're gonna have my back, right?" He's like, "Yeah, of course." And he's like, "I'll believe it when I see it." And I was like, "Ooh, see, that's where loyalty is like that's where loyalty is like drawn the line. Like, you either stick with your dude or you back out of it and you backstab him. Like either one. Like, it was gonna be freaking mayhem. And speaking of mayhem, okay, we all know that Kingo, he was doing his thing with NXT guys, and then SmackDown happened. He got injured during one of those shows, so he's gonna be out for number ones. Although I do hope and I do pray that he make a speedy recovery and he's back in time for maybe Triple Mania, or maybe he's back in time for maybe the next Rey de Reyes. Who knows, but I hope and pray he makes a speedy recovery, because I'm rooting for him. I want him to come back, and him and AAA, he's just freaking amazing. I love the guy. So, of course, standard procedure. If a wrestler is injured and he's a champion, they have to vacate the title, which, of course, that's standard procedure for wrestlers all over the country. But then, of course, Vinkingo's manager states that, yes, Vinkingo's injured, but Omas is gonna be the new Latin American champion. I'm like, no, no, see, no, 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 see, no, see, that's classic WWE. Whenever WWE does something like that, they give someone else, like in a faction, that title that they're carrying. See, that's not how that works. And what I loved more was how Rey Mysterio came out, and he's like, whoa, whoa, wait, no, 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 see, no, that's not how that works. No, I'm in charge. What I say goes, and I want that title back, because if he wants to win that title, he has to win it the right way, by fighting for it. And I'm like, yes, see, that's why I love Rey Mysterio so much, because even though he's a wrestler on Monday Night Raw, he's a manager first in AAA, and he literally set the record straight that no Omos is not a champion. He has to earn it the right way by fighting for it. So, of course, we're definitely going to see a number one contenders match happen for the vacant Latin American Championship. And who happens to appear since a championship is now vacant than Damian Priest? Where, of course, he did set the record straight that he did come to win championships. So I think him being the next Latin American champion, I can definitely see that in his future. I mean, he'd be a great champion for AAA. I mean, he's a great champion in WWE. He could be a great champion in AAA. Who knows? So Damian Priest, bro, I'm rooting for you. I'm so happy you're part of AAA, and you're gonna make some history in that company. I know that for sure. Speaking of history, before Triple Mania, of course, we had Rey Mysterio in another press conference where he's talking about the next PLE before Triple Mania, which is I think Escuela del Escandal. So I actually looked up the English version. It's Summer of Scandal. So that's gonna be freaking amazing. But it's gonna be a 3-week televised event where of course we will see Ray Phoenix versus Mini Vikingo for the Cruiserweight Championship. Then we will get a number one contenders match for the triple A mixed gender tag team championships. Whoever wins gonna face Mystery Iguana and Lola Vice. Now that is gonna be awesome. And you know what I love more is that they expand more in the championships. It's like it's not like men men only titles and women's only titles. No, it's mixed gender tag team titles. Like that's freaking amazing. Can you imagine if WWE had that? Oh my god, they'd be making great matches, great storylines, couples teaming up, like real life couples in the WWE teaming up and being champions. That'd be the cutest thing ever. But AAA, it's I think 10 times better. So of course we are going to have one of the Los Toxica girls and Leonardo Kid versus AAA legend Apache and LWO's finest Joaquin Wild, and they're going to face a normal contenders match. Whoever wins facing Mystery Iguana and Lola Vice. Then of course we had a Grande Americano's girlfriend, where we all know what happened with the slapping the original one, and then thus leading her losing her job because she assaulted a coworker, which meant she had to leave for a few. I think leave for the company altogether. So now Rey Mysterio has to talk to her, and that's gonna happen next week. So I can't wait for her to get her job back because she deserves to get her job back. Then, main event time. Tag team, the Money Machine versus. I hate to say it, I forgot their names, but they were really cool guys. Anyway, the match. Freaking incredible. Like, so incredible. These four guys were doing the craziest moves I ever seen. Like, it was freaking wild. But who comes out than Perros del Mal? So now I think it's become a thing. Every time we're gonna see a main event fight, it's gonna end in a freaking brawl with Pedro's de Mal every time they come to the ring. And it's simple. It's a simple procedure. Karma comes out and she's walking down the ramp, seeing the wrestlers fight. Next thing you know, all the boys from the corner of the ring, they gang up on everybody, and it was freaking mayhem. Not only that they jumped them, but they started tearing off the mask off the wrestlers. Then they ruined Money Machine suits. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Do you know how much that suit costs? And you rip it to shreds like it was nothing. I'm like, oh my god. And then the wrestlers, of course, call out Grande Americano like, you want to fight us? Come on, we're right here, man. We're right here. Or are you chicken? Grande Americano comes out with, of course, the Los Americanos, and they went wild. Like, it was freaking insane. Everybody was cheering, everybody was screaming, the whole crowd erupted. And the moment you think it's over and Paris de Mal comes out on top, who comes out? Then the AAA Mega Champion himself, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. And as he's running down the ramp, he has a chair and he's about to beat the crap out of them. The whole crowd, he got the biggest pop ever returning back to AAA as a champion. Like, this freaking guy. In AAA, they treat him like they treat him like a god. I'm saying it. They're treating him like a god down there because people love him. They make signs for him. They wear his merchandise. Heck, I have seen several AAA Saturday night shows where people are literally dressed like him from head to toe. They got the Mysterio beanie. They got the mustache. They got the skeleton vest. They got a Triple Mega Championship around their waist. Sometimes they even do it where they have the skeleton shirt of when he had the Intercontinental Championship, like pasted onto the shirt, and then they have Triple Mega Champion replica belt to make it look like he's a double champion. Like Dominic, he tore the house down again, and the fact that he cut a promo in Spanish, it was beautiful, beautiful, where he calls out Pedro's mom, and he's like, "You want to fight? We'll bring the fight with the King of the Luchadors, Dirty Dominic, and the Grande Americano versus any of you guys. So you want to fight? We're here." And the whole crowd erupted. I'm like, holy crap, this is the best show I've ever seen. And like thus far, with especially with Dominic, I mean, it was awesome. It was too good to be true. It was too good to be true. Watching that, I was so, for one, I was excited. I was happy Dominic came back because he deserved to be back in AAA. And the fact that every match I see, it tells a story. And what I love more about those matches is that some of the matches that end, the wrestlers shake each other's hands out of respect for one another. The number one contender with Mini Vikingo, Dragon Lee, and Jack Cartwheel, all three of them all shook hands, raised up their hands, and cheered. That's what I love about AAA. It's about the respect for one another in the company. These people put their body on the line every single week for us to have a great time seeing crazy luchadors fly over the place. And the fact that they show respect like that for one another, shaking hands and cheering each other on, I love AAA even more. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I want Dom to quit the WWE so he can go to AAA full time. I mean, I've said this so many times. I've said this that whenever WWE has a show, Monday Night Raw, they treat Dominic like he's a joke, like he's nothing. All he's been doing in WWE is backstage promos with Liv Morgan and the Judgment Day. And now with Danhausen, it's like, what are you doing to this character? You built this character from the ground up in 2022 when you made him betray his father at Clash of the Castle. But now all of a sudden that everybody, like, you got rookies from NXT or legends coming back after years on the shelf, you put him to the side like he's nothing. And AAA, that's a different story because they treat him like he's one of their own. He pays tribute to all the luchadors before him. Heck, he has tattoos on his fingers of every single luchador masked wrestler in the history of Lucha Libre. Heck, some of them are actually his godfathers, actually. And the fact that WWE can't see that, then Triple H, I'd say you either give him a better storyline in WWE or you let him go and let him go to AAA full time so he can make his mark in AAA, and better yet, he could be even a bigger star than his own father. Do what you will with that, Triple H, but I'm just saying, AAA, he's a superstar. In WWE, he's nothing but a joke. So again, WWE, Triple H, get your shit together and make Dom Mysterio something worth watching than a stupid 2-minute backstage promo. Now, as for Triple Mania, we have one match still, I think, posted for Triple Mania, which of course the main event of day 2, Dom Mysterio versus El Grande Americano for the AAA Mega Championship. I know that match is going to be a story to tell for ages. Dominic, he's doing amazing. AAA, it's incredible every single week. And I gotta say, Undertaker, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing when it comes to lucha libre, and he's giving us the history and everything behind the history of lucha libre. And AAA is just freaking amazing. I mean, again, Dominic Mysterio, the Triple Mega Champion, Rey Mysterio, the General Manager. You got Penta coming and going, defending the Intercontinental Championship. You got Ray Phoenix, who's now the new Cruiserweight Championship. Damian Priest is now in AAA, so he's gonna be like Dominic, where he's gonna bounce from from promotion to promotion. He's going to be in the US handling SmackDown, then Triple A on Saturday nights in Mexico. He's going to handle that. Like it, everything that has happened is too good to be true, and I am so excited for what's going to happen at Summer of Scandal, which of course we're going to see one of the nights there, Dominic and Grande Americano versus one of Los Pedros, one of the Pedros de Mal dudes. I know. I started looking at it. They're kind of like the NWO, but in Mexico. I mean, they come in, they destroy everything, everybody, and they make their mark on people. That's what the NWO did back in the '90s. And the fact that Pedro Estima has been here for so long, and they've reincarnated, and they bring it back for the history. I mean, it's just freaking amazing to me that they're doing that. Honestly, I wish that the general managers of Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown could look at what Rey Mysterio is doing, because what he's doing right now with the titles and the roster, it's just amazing. And honestly, I cannot wait to see what's going to happen at Summer of Scandal. And then, of course, by September, we get Triple Mania. Well, that's all I have for today, guys. Tomorrow is Monday Night Raw, where we will see Dom Mysterio actually be in a number one contender gauntlet match for the Intercontinental Championship. We're definitely gonna see a couple of last minute promos and stuff before Saturday main event happens, and then Saturday, of course, after Saturday main event, we're gonna see AAA happen again. We're gonna see another crazy luchador fight happen in front of our very own eyes. Well, that's all I have for today, guys. Hope you guys have a great Sunday, and I'll talk to you guys soon.